Hello and welcome to my X Factor USA commentary, review, recap, whatever you like to call it, of last night's episode, September 19th, 2012. So for the first half of the episode, Simon wasn't there because he was ill, and Lewis Walsh from X Factor UK took his spot for the day at the Kansas City Auditions. So, honestly, honestly, I didn't even really miss Simon that much. I like Lewis, he's cool, he's a cool guy. And it was nice to, have him on the panel for a little while. So, I enjoyed Lewis's time and, didn't really miss Simon too much, honestly. God, allergies are killing me. So, first up, we had an 18-year-old named Rizo Jones. Yes, that's his name, Rizo Jones. He is a skinny, white kid with a country twang, but he's a rapper. Yeah, he freestyled a rap, and it was actually kind of good. It almost amazes me how people can just freestyle and spit out random words so fast and have them rhyme and everything. He was like, I'm going to do a freestyle, and I want you guys to give me a subject or a word so that you know that it is freestyle. And Demi was like, marshmallow. And LA was like, no, hold up. Why don't you just rap about X Factor? So, Demi. I freaking love Demi. She's awesome. I will admit, I wouldn't say I was a Demi hater. I was more kind of like, I don't like her. She, is messed up. I kind of had that attitude about her back when, she was in treatment and all that stuff. But man, I've completely changed my mind. Ever since my friend dragged me to her concert, I didn't even want to go. I was like, ugh, I don't want to go. And her first song, I was like, I'm hooked. I love you, Demi, and I love her now, so I'm happy I love her now. So anyways, yes, Rizo Jones, that's who I was talking about. I think he's good at what he does, but it isn't my kind of taste in music. I'm not into rap. I like rap sometimes when it's like as hooks, when there's a song with singing and there's a rap thrown in there. I like that. But, I don't like songs that are just rap. It's not my thing. I don't really like that. I like listening to people sing. I don't like listening to people, go, yo, 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 bleh. Even though that's not really how rapping goes. But, you know what I'm saying. It's just not my kind of taste. So after that, we had a girl named CeCe Frey? Is it Frey or Frey? I have no idea. But, I don't know. I didn't really like her that much. She was really annoying in the holding room. I know it's a lot of editing too, so you can't really blame her. But she was talking to this duo, and she was just completely embarrassing them. She was like, "Are you guys dating?" And like she was just getting into their personal business, and it was just annoying. I used to have a friend who was like that. She would literally go up to couples and be like, "So, how's he in bed?" And I'd be like, Why are you asking them that? That's their own personal business how their sex life is. Like, why are you doing that? So she reminded me a lot of a friend that I used to have, which isn't necessarily a good thing. She was just getting into their personal business, and I'm like, stop, don't do that. It's annoying. She also had this cheetah print painted on her face, and when I first saw it, I was like, oh god, she has that tattoo on her face. But then Demi asked her, she was like, what's on your face? And she was like, it's cheetah print, but don't worry, it's just paint. And I was like, woo, thank god. And so was Demi. Demi was like, good. Which I'm actually surprised Demi didn't like it, though, because Demi's into the tattoo. But yeah, on your face, though, no. No, don't do that. So, she starts off singing Unchained melody, and it was just pretty much horrible. She said she was going to CeCe-fy it, but it really wasn't any. When she said that, I thought she was gonna put the tempo up and do some really cool thing to it, but she didn't. And then Demi stops her. She was like, "You're really confusing me because you have the cheetah print and you have this personality, and yet you're singing Unchained melody. It just doesn't fit you at all." So she was like, "I want to hear a different song." So she's saying Christina Aguilera's "Ain't No Other Man." So here's my problem with this. She sang it well. She had really good stage presence, and she worked the crowd great. But she sounded and acted just how Christina Aguilera sings it. I have a feeling that she's going to be one of those singers on these singing shows that just mimic singers, and she doesn't have her own style. She doesn't know how to bring her own personality to it. She pretty much just copied Christina. She did all the same runs and everything. It was all the same. Like, if I wasn't looking at it, I maybe would have even thought it was Christina. Not that she sang as good as her, but like say if I was in the other room, I would have been like, oh, Christina's singing. But no, it's CeCe, and she just didn't bring her own personality to it, and that's something she's going to need to work on. She needs to bring herself into the songs. She just didn't bring herself into it. It was just her singing the song just as Christina sang it. She has a good voice, but when it's with the right song. But other than that, man, Unchained Melody was pretty rough, and Ain't No Other Man was pretty good, but there's still issues going on there, so I don't know. She has the look, and she has the personality, but the actual voice and the actual presence needs a lot of work. Oh, God. And after this, I like how they do this. On X Factor, they've been doing a lot of, backstage kind of things, and they've been showing the judges, getting ready. And I really like that. It really gets you to know the judges and everything. It was apparently L.A. Reid's birthday that day, or maybe around that day. Brittany, she looked so hilarious. She pretend my phone's the birthday cake. She had a birthday cake in her hand, and she kind of was acting all innocent. She was like, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear LA. Happy birthday to you. She was just acting so funny, and LA was just kind of like, oh my god, he was kind of he was surprised that she was singing to her, but he was also surprised at the way she was presenting it. It was just it's so freaking hilarious. I can't get over it. Okay, I need to move on. I don't know why I find that so funny. Sometimes I just find things that are hilarious and I can't stop laughing. So, okay, focus. So after that, we had a 39-year-old named Veno Allen. I think that's how you say his name. And he sang Trouble. He has tattoos and everything all over his face and all over his head, and he has a very raspy throwback kind of voice, and I like it. He reminded me a lot of Jazz Krajic last year, who was the runner-up, if you don't remember him, and he really surprised me, and he really surprised the judges, and I thought it was a great audition. Good job. Oh, God, and for the next audition was 19-year-old Deangelo Wallace, and he sang With You by Chris Brown. This was just a joke. It was horrible vocal, had horrible attitude, and he was just all around rude. The judges walk off, too, because he's just so bad, and because it makes good TV. I wouldn't have been surprised if they had producers whispering in their ears, walk off, it'll make good TV, and it did make good TV, so, hey, what are you going to do? It made good TV, so why not? And, yeah, so when he's done, he leaves, and he steals the microphone, which is $3,000. Holy freaking crap, I would have stolen it too. That's a freaking lot of money. Just kidding, I wouldn't have stolen it. Maybe, if I was desperate. But, no, really, I wouldn't have. But, yeah, he gets, the cops call on him, and he gets taken, gets arrested, and they said that he was released in the next few hours, so, just a bunch of good old TV drama. So after that, we had 37-year-old country singer named Tate Stevens. Going into this, I was really hoping I wasn't going to like him, because, I don't know, honestly, I feel like the X Factor is more of a pop show, and they had some country singers last year. They had Dakota Rain, who was kind of country-ish. They had a couple of country singers that made it to the judges' houses but didn't make it to the live shows last season. And I just feel like, X Factor's more of a pop mainstream show. And I'm not really sure how a country singer will do. They haven't really had country singers on the other X Factors. X Factor UK. They don't have country singers because country is an American genre. So, I mean, it would make sense that they would have country singers on the X Factor. So, it's just going to take some time getting used to. I'm not saying that I don't like country singers. I love country music. I'm just saying that for the X Factor, I'd like to see more mainstream people, because that's the kind of show it is. Idol is really the show that can produce good country artists. Great country artists have come out of Idol. But this guy changed my mind, and it made me feel like, X Factor could produce a good country artist. So, not only does he have a great voice, he has an amazing, amazing personality. His personality really, it reminds me a lot of Brad Paisley. I saw Brad in concert this summer, and he knows how to work a crowd with his performance and personality, and Tate did just that. I really, really hope he makes it to the live shows. I really like him. Country music is a really popular genre in America, so I've always felt like country singers on these shows always have better success than the pop singers. There's a couple of, few exceptions, Kelly Clarkson, Jordan Sparks, but you know what? On Idol, really, their biggest moneymakers have been country singers. Carrie Underwood, Scotty McCreery, Kelly Pickler. There's tons of other ones, tons of other ones that are still getting started, like Casey James, Lauren Elena. What other pop singers from Idol have we produced that are really big? We have Kelly Clarkson, Jordan Sparks. There's Haley Reinhart, but she's not that big yet. So I've always felt like country singers, because, we're in America, and country music is huge in the United States. It's really only big in the United States. Some people in Europe and other places listen to country music, but they don't actually have country artists there. So, if he makes live rounds, I definitely see him going on and selling a lot of records. He doesn't have to win. He's country. He can do whatever the hell he wants, and I can still see him selling a lot of records and having really great success, just for the fact that he's country and that we're in America. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So after that, we had a group named Citizen, a boy band, and they sang Don't Let Go. I don't know. I didn't like them. I agree 100% with what Simon was saying. They're so 90s, and they sounded they looked just like the Backstreet Boys and sounded just like them, and it felt like they were kind of copying them a little bit. They did the cheesy choreography, which, the Backstreet Boys are famous for, the cheesy choreography. It just wasn't up to date at all. They did have good voices. I'll give them that. I do think that they sang better than Emblem 3, but Emblem 3, they were more unique, and they're definitely more up to date, and their music's definitely current. And Citizen, they're not. So maybe if they sing original stuff, I don't know if they have any original stuff. I don't know if they've actually, been together for a while, or if they just were like, hey, let's throw ourselves together and try out for X Factor. I have no idea. They didn't really explain it. But yeah, it wasn't working for me. It wasn't working for Simon either. He's the voice of reason. The other few judges liked him, but I don't know. Unless they really, really impress Simon during the live rounds, or during the boot camp, I don't see them making it to the live rounds, honestly. So, after that, we had a little snippet of bad singers. One singer was a 14-year-old, and she sang Rumor Has It, and Simon is just sick of the Adele songs. And, she wasn't that good either, so she gets the boot. And then after that, we had a 13-year-old named Diamond White, and she sang It's a Man's World. For a 13-year-old, she was a really, really good singer. Everyone on Twitter was like, Joshua Ledet was better! But why are you even comparing them? Joshua is how old is he? 20, 19? He's a 20-year-old male, and she's a 13-year-old girl, so there's absolutely no comparison but the same song. So just stop with the comparisons. She reminded me a lot of Rachel Crow, who I absolutely love. I love Rachel Crow. Her EP is great. Honestly, if you weren't really a fan of her on X Factor List, I still suggest you to check out her EP. It's 5 songs. They're very youthful. They're definitely for a younger audience, but I can see older audiences enjoying them too because they're very, very retro. Her one song, what's it called? My Kind of Wonderful. It is, I don't know how to explain it. It's very Motownish, kind of, but yet it's very current. And I really love that. I love that, you know, she's bringing that kind of music to younger generations. It's awesome. I can't wait for more from her. Great. But anyways, back to Diamond White. I was just saying that she reminded me a lot of Rachel Crow. You know, she has a lot of growing to do. She's only 13. But, you know, I definitely think the X Factor will help her become a better and improved artist. So, good luck to her. And after that, we had an 18-year-old named Allie Brooke singing On My Knees. I don't know about her, honestly. All the judges loved her and got all 4 yeses, but for me, I thought her voice was just average. But I really did enjoy her head voice. It was very pretty. But other than that, it was just kind of, okay. You know, she might surprise me in the boot camp. Who knows? Oh, excuse me. So next, we have a little short edited auditions. First, we had a 16-year-old named Brandan Hassan, and he sang Trouble, and he had a really good voice for a 16-year-old, so good job. And then we had a girl named Normani Hamilton singing Chain of Fools. It was okay, a little pitchy, but she does have a good voice. And then we had a group named Sister C singing Hell on Heels. Whoa, I liked them. They're a girl country group, which I love. Oh, and by the way, Lakota Rain, I remember them from last year. They have a single out named Emergency Break, and it is really good. Check it out. It surprised me. It's kind of like a mix. This is what I said. I said it was kind of a mix of Carrie Underwood's Before He Cheats and Miranda Lambert's Kerosene. It's very it's more popish, like Carrie Underwood, but the storyline is definitely something that, like, you know, Miranda Lambert would sing about. So it's really good. Check it out. Lakota Rain. Remember them. And then there's 2 guys named Jeremiah and Josh, and they sang an original. They had a really nice falsetto, but other than that, it was just okay. Then after that, we had a girl named Panda Ross. Yes, her name's Panda. I thought that was hilarious. And very cool and unique. Oh my god, I absolutely loved her. You know, I was expecting her to be really bad because, you know, in the previews before, they were showing her getting taken away by the hospital and everything. But man, she was amazing. I love her personality too. That's definitely a plus. She's hilarious, and it was great. I loved it. After her audition, though, she was having a hard time breathing, and she said she was in the hospital the day before for pneumonia. So, you know, the ambulance was called. She was taken away because she was having a hard time breathing. You know, I hope she's okay, because I hope she's better for when she goes to boot camp. So, get better, Panda. And lastly, we had a girl named Jessica. I don't know how to say her last name. It's like some Spanish, Hispanic name. I have no idea. Espinoza. I'm not even going to try. So I'm just going to call her Jessica. She's age 22, singing Nobody Knows by Pink. You know, what I loved about her was you could tell she was going through a lot she's gone through a lot in her life. But she didn't sugarcoat it with a sob story like, you know, some people do, like Jillian. You know, she pretty much went up there and said, I have this story. This is why I'm upset. But Jessica, she was like, I have a story, but I'm just going to share it through the song. I don't need to explain it to you. Which I really, really liked that. She just got up there, sang her song with all of her emotions, and just delivered a great audition. And, you know, she has a really nice, mature... I could definitely see her being kind of like, not like a rocker, but kind of like pop, like, you know, Pink. Pink is, she's pop, but she is really rock kind of edge. I definitely see, you know, her singing that kind of music. And the song was perfect for her, and I liked her. So, great job, Jessica. Alright, so thank you all for tuning in. The song that I played before in the beginning of the review was Finish Line by Jen Hirsch, who was on American Idol last season. Her album, Myself and Two, came out this summer, and I loved her. She was one of my favorites on Idol that didn't make it to the top 13. So I suggest that you check her album out. Alright, so follow me on Twitter at ScottyHaleyFan. And thank you all for watching. And holy crap, this video was 20 minutes long. Sorry about that. I just like to ramble on and on and on and on. So, see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.